So I know y'all see how long your girl locks done got, okay? But let me tell you, it's got so hard to fit my damn locks up under a wig. But nonetheless, I did figure it out. So we're going to go ahead and jump into that. We're going to start with our water, of course. We're going to make sure your hair is damp. It don't need to be drenched, but just damp. Then we're going to go in with our leave-in conditioner. Spray. You can use whatever products you desire. This is just what I'm using, what I got that day. So we're going to go in with our moisturizer. Get that thing juicy, okay? So, I've decided to try bobby pins and just pull it back. So I'm not putting my hair in the ponytail. I'm not using any hair bows or anything like that. I'm just pulling my hair straight to the back and pinning it. So I'm going to pin it down so it can, have an even base up underneath. But as you see, I'm just going to pull it back and put the locks in place and pin. So in a minute, you should see the side view. There it is. So far of what I got. And now I'm pulling the other side back. You can use a T-part, because I know in one of the comments somebody commented, asked, could you wear a T-part wig? I've worn T-part wigs with my locks, as long as wherever you're going to have the part, I guess just part your locks wherever the part is going to be, if that makes sense. So now I'm just still pinning. It takes a while, y'all. This is my first time doing this, so I wanted y'all to at least see, because this is my first time trying it, and by far this has lasted me. Like, normally when I put my wigs on, I have them on for like 1 or 2 days, and I'm like, oh nah, this gotta go. It's getting too thick. But since I've tried this method, like, I was able to keep my wig on for at least a week, and I was good. Like, it wasn't uncomfortable or anything. So as you can see, I'm still pinning. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be, make sure it's pinned in place, because you are still going to put on both of your caps. But this is just a better way of foundation. So for when you're not really pulling on your locks by putting it in a ponytail or braiding it back. So I feel like this was helpful. So this is the finished product after I've done pinning everything. And as you can see, it's pretty much down. It's a little flat from the front. So we're going to put on our first cap. And remember, we are going to do 2 caps, but this is the first one. So you're just going to put it down over, and then you can, move your locks in place if they have moved, to rearrange and make sure it's flat. So the second cap is just going to help, press your locks down. That's why you need to have your locks damp. So when you put your caps on and your scarf to press everything down, it'll, kind of melt down, if that makes sense. So we're going in with our Got2B glue. Get them edges, because we need to slick those back so they will not to be harmed. No edges were harmed in the video, okay? I'm just getting them things a little back, a little strong too. But anyway, now we're gonna wrap that thing up, and of course we're gonna wait. I'll wait like an hour or 2 or whatever, or I'll do it the night before and then just go to sleep on it, because if you lay on it or whatever, it's gonna help press it down. Or take a shower, the humidity and stuff, it'll just help press it all down. But after you've waited, you're gonna take that thing on off, and you're gonna cut them ears. Yes. And now we're going in with our Wonder Bond lace spray to secure the cap. To me, the Wonder Bond lace spray works just as good as the Got2B spray. I don't think I had none, but I had that, so I used that. But it works just as good. And always remember to use something to press down the spray so it won't be caked up. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't want that thing caked up when you cut it off and then it be bulky. All right? And remember, y'all, cool air only. Go over this so it can dry. And when it does dry, you're going to take your concealer, whatever color it is to match, your skin, your skin color, and you're going to put that on. And then after that, you're going to take your scissors and cut your cap to your hairline. And be careful, girl, because I nick myself quite often. So just be careful when you cutting this because it hurt. And don't forget to cut them ear tabs, girl, okay? Because we can't have it hanging like that. So let's get into this wig. Yes. Y'all, I got this from the beauty supply store. It's a 613 extra deep Mayde. I think it's Mayde. That's how you pronounce it. I don't know. But I thought it was really cute, and I hadn't worn blonde in a while. But the wig is actually, very, very good for it to be a synthetic. Like, the hairline, as y'all can see, is really nice. And, like, the quality and texture of the synthetic wig is really nice. Like, this wig lasted me for quite some time. It still looks good. Yes. So, now I'm just putting the wig on and kind of measuring it to my head. Remember, y'all, when y'all put the wig on, don't put it all the way down in the back. You're going to see in a minute because I'm going to pull it up and let you see right here. There it go. Don't put the wig all the way down in the back until after you finish gluing everything down or spraying everything down, because that's going to help you position the wig where it needs to be on the front, if that makes sense, because your hair is kind of bulky in the back with the locks. So if you pull it down, you know what I'm saying, and then try to glue the wig on, it's going to probably pull, and then the wig going to be on your forehead. You know what I'm saying? Well, not on your forehead, but on the back of your damn forehead. I'm sorry. But anyway, do it that way. So we're going in with the wax stick. I went ahead and pulled the hair back. So I'm going in with the wax stick because I did not have any damn foam at all to position, the hairline and stuff, to pull everything back before I glue it down. And before I put the wig on, I'm just going to go over the lace with the concealer that I used on my hair. Remember to put alcohol on before you glue anything down. So I use Wonder Bond lace glue. It's like kind of an off-brand to Ghost Bond. And honestly, I like it better because it's actually not as strong, if that makes sense, because I really don't want to tear up my edges. And like using this, the wigs last for the amount that's gonna last about a week or whatever, but at the same time it's not as harsh on my edges as compared to Ghost Bond, which is way stronger and will tear your edges up if you let it, if you don't take it off right. But anyway, I believe I did three layers of the Wonder Bond lace glue. Like I said, I can do 3 layers and it's still not as harsh on my hairline, on my edges. So that's what I like to use. I mean, but it's it's up to you what works for you. I'm just trying to show you a method that works for me. That's what I say. That's what I did. This works for me, and I was satisfied. So hopefully it works for you. If not, girl, we can try to find another way. Just let me know, girl. Just let me know. And I'm going to dry that glue in, because you don't want to put it down if it's still white. But use cool air only, girl. Remember, cool air. Now we're going to take that lace and pull it down and place it right over where we put our glue. So as y'all can see, since I didn't pull the wig down all the way in the back, it's much easier for me to pull the wig in position and place it where it needs, where I want it to be placed at the front of my head instead of it being pulled down in the back. So this just helps you to position the wig like, exactly where it needs to go. So it won't be too far back or too far up. You can position it right where it needs to be. So now that I've gotten that down, I'm going to take the Wonder Lace spray and go back around and just secure everything to make sure everything is going to melt down. So I'm going to take my rat tail comb with the small teeth. I'm going to comb through to try to press everything down. And I'm also using cool air on this, y'all. Cool air now. Now it's time to cut the lace. So I'm using scissors and a razor for this part. I cut out like 4 tabs, and you're going to cut as close to the hairline as you can. Then you're going to go in with your razor and cut in like jagged motions, because you don't want your hairline to be like a blunt. The hairline is not supposed to look like a blunt line. So you want to create like a jagged cut when you're cutting your lace. Also, I try to cut as much lace as I can, because it looks more natural when the less amount of lace that you have in the front, because when you have a lot of lace in the front, it just, you can see it. So cut as close to the hairline as possible. If you cut some of the hair off the hairline, it's okay. It's not going to mess up the wig. You're just cutting it to, your hairline and what matches your hairline. So if you got to cut a little bit of it off, it's cool. It's cool. Now I'm going in with my Wonder Lace spray, and I'm putting this on the tip of my rat tail comb, and I'm going back through on my edges and just securing everything to make sure it's laying down. This is also another way to kind of melt the lace in, with your skin and your hairline or whatever, and lays it down. So this helps me, especially because normally I would probably put a wrap over my hair when I first glued it down, but I was in a rush today. So doing this way, it secures it as well. So after you sprayed it and sprayed and put the spray on there, you're going to go through with your cool air and just press it down so it sticks. Okay. And now that I've secured the hairline, I'm going to go through and just part out where I want my part. And I'm also going to get ready to part out where I want my edges to lay. So it helps me, again, I'll use the wax stick like I'm doing right here and just pressing that down to get them out of the way. I've been working on my edges. I be trying little different things. So, y'all will see that a little later on. I'm getting better, girl. Your girl's getting better. But anyway, I'm taking my hot comb and I'm just pressing it down to put it in place of where I want everything to be so it can look flat, because I don't like no bulky looking part. Like, it need to look flat, period, whether it's synthetic or human. So now I'm taking my Got2B gel and I'm just putting that on my edges, where my baby hairs are going to be, because I'm about to get ready to cut those things and swoop them up. So I'm going to use a razor to cut my edges on my baby hairs. I feel like using a razor it swoops better, I guess, because it's not so much as a blunt cut. So this helps like have a jacket kind of effect. But I do cut them kind of short because I don't like no big swoopy ass baby hairs. Like, some of them look nice, sometimes, but me personally, I just don't. So I like mine a little swoopy swoop, a little something, but not so dramatic, just a little dramatic, if that makes sense. But it's real simple. You just swoop in. I'll say don't do it so hard. Like when you're swooping the baby hairs, just swoop it soft. That helps it go in the the direction and lay like it's supposed to. But after you've got that down, you're gonna take your tissue wrap and you're gonna wrap that up real tight so it'll melt to your head and it'll soak up the moisture, any moisture if you have any. Now, while that's drying up, I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go through and cut a couple of layers in it. I feel like with synthetic wigs, you always have to kind of go through and kind of cut some layers and some body in it. I mean, it has some layers, don't get me wrong, but with the synthetic wigs, you just got to cut a little bit more body into that thing, a little bit more. Now that thing done dry, we about to cut it off and see what we working with. Oh, yes, I love it. I love it. Yes, it turned out good. For this to be a synthetic wig, it looks like the hairline on this wig is very natural. Like I didn't even pluck this wig at all. I mean, I cut the baby hairs and stuff out, but I didn't even have to pluck this. I really just had to cut a little layers and give it a little body, you know what I'm saying, and put a little heat on it and swoop the little thing. But I like this wig. Like, people be sleeping on synthetic wigs and beauty supply store wigs. Like, a synthetic wig is probably the only thing I'll buy at a beauty supply store, because the human hair wigs be overpriced to me in the beauty supply store. Period. So if I'm going to the beauty supply store, I'm probably going to buy a synthetic wig. Human hair is going to be offline. So for this, it works, okay? And I look sexy. And remember, y'all, at this time is now that it done dried. Your hairline done dried. You can pull your wig down and place, put your comb up under your cap or whatever. Or you can just pull it right down, because it should just stay in place at this point. But this is the reason why I wait. So now that it's dry, I can just pull it down and it's not going nowhere, okay? Do you see that? Yes. So this is me after I put on makeup and got dolled up and whatever. But I really hope y'all enjoyed this video. I really hope it helped somebody. It helped me a little bit. Stay tuned for more videos, and thank you again.